Okay, now let's add some cedars here in the foreground, just a few. Some young cedars. Maybe this is a scrawny little fellow and he's leaning over, kind of weather beaten. We'll use dark green to put these guys in for the base color. These are a little closer than the cedar forest, the trees in the background, so we'll add more vivid colors. Maybe he's got our friend standing here with him. Just kind of etch it in a little darker. Cover more ground, just turn your colored pencil sideways. Add some etchings. Just come on down. Like I said, these are young cedars, not very tall. Maybe there's another one back here. Add a couple little saplings here, just sprouting up. Then we'll go back with terracotta over that. Terracotta is a nice reddish brown. And we'll just do the edges of the tree. And then when you're through, fill it in with a nice dark brown, fairly heavily. Just fill the inside with it. And go back and mix it with your colorless blender. And of course add highlights on the edge where the sunset would hit it. Goldenrod, nice yellow golden color. Then we'll go ahead and, using the color light umber, go ahead and fill in some of your foreground there, just on the front side of the shadow of the house. Then go back over it with putty beige, add just a nice rich color to it. Just a nice sort of dirt color. And mix it. I mix this using sort of a circular motion, so you can see, just go all the way over it. Now here, I know it's hard for you to see on the recording, I'm going to add a couple more little trees standing up, leaning over with dark green. Then sort of fill in the details with light umber or light brown, it doesn't matter. Whatever you prefer. This is, if you're following along at home, then feel free to experiment with the colors that you think look good. Then once you've mixed it, go in with dark umber to add the darker shadows and the details. And as always, highlight it. Always got to have the highlighting or it just won't look natural. I use goldenrod for all the highlighting in this picture. You can see I've etched now a crow sitting there. Now we're going to go back in. I'll fill it in with just using black. Really dark around the eyes and the beak. And the lighter you press down, the more gray the black looks. When you've got your crow pretty well set, you want to go back with lilac and add just some color to the tips of the feather, the plumage. And see how I left the eye just pure lilac? Just makes it interesting, I think. Then go back over it with a green. Then go back with black to add your darker details for the feathers, shadows. We're going to add some highlights to the top of him. Just using cream for the top of his head and beak and some feathers where you think light might hit. Nothing too dramatic, just subtle little light. So now we have our crow, and next I'll give him an old fence to stand on.